I'm gonna tell you something heartbreaking for me. In my teenage years, I had a lot of girls I was talking to. I was always the kind of guy focused on love. And I wanted to find a girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend until 17. So I see this girl in school and finally have the balls to approach her, get her number, and then ask if we could do a date. We have this class trip going on to a bigger city for one day. And I've already booked the table at this Asian restaurant I know she's gonna enjoy. But once we're on the train, she actually finds excuses to not meet me there. I could feel she was very insecure with all the things I was doing, and I could feel there was some childhood trauma going on for her, attachment stuff, whatever. I just couldn't get the safe atmosphere I wanted. So that one day I came to her sports club actually and did this little test training in there. We didn't talk the whole time, even though I was looking at her and smiling, thinking this would be a cute little date. Once we went out, actually, the little friend of her talks more to me than her, and she looks at me the whole time like. 1 year later, I went to a student exchange where also other German students would come with me. We had these kind of dorms, and in there we had different rooms. I met a girl there called Josie, and she actually showed interest in me. I got the first ever hug from her after walking her to her dorm. And I was thinking, well, this could move on to some things, but then the following day I actually talked to her, said that I liked her. It was this slow burn drama almost. The day after that, she didn't talk to me. The day after that, I sat beside her, and she actually opened up about that she was scared that I was gonna leave her if I moved up too close, and that it was just gonna be something temporary again, that I would lose interest. So I'm pretty damn good at picking up girls with some childhood trauma or some insecurities in themselves. And I'm gonna tell you why the same thing happens to you. So the first concept I want to get into is the concept of equals. The concept of equals basically means that you will get the equal of yourself, meaning that if you're this little rat sitting in your room all day, you will also get a fat rat sitting in their room all day. Or if you're working a great job, enjoying your life, that you will also get the wife that's enjoying her life and has no insecurities if you have none. This concept, if you get it into your brain, will give you so much more freedom and confidence in yourself to have the responsibility to actually work up, then get the wife that you desire. Not that it's some random level shit. It's that you can actively influence which kind of partner you want to get. So for me, I know that I've had insecurities about my looks, about my self-worth. And funnily enough, the same thing the girls also had. I've had attachment issues. I know that I've had the anxious attachment style. The anxious attachment style basically means that you think other people can't give you the love that you actually need, that they are incapable of giving it to you. So, funnily enough, I had that, and the girls also had that. Maybe I was at a higher level and didn't look at it that much anymore, but it still was apparent in the girls, like deeply apparent. So, the things that have gone on in your childhood will heavily impact you actually. So, for example, if you're a child and your parents scream at you when you like whine, when you are sad, when you cry, when you're annoying to them, when that happens, you will learn to suppress your emotions kind of, and then get like more distance from them so that they can love you because you don't cry anymore. So that's pretty damn toxic, right? And now, if you're on this distant attachment style, that means that you don't want to get into the relationships. So if you're in this avoidant attachment style, that means that you don't want people to get too close to you. And this is super important because there's this anxious attachment style and the avoidant attachment style. And these both go hand in hand because if you're the anxious one, then you will most likely move up to the avoidant one in most cases because you just find them more attractive because these are more like your parents. Because what happens is that when your parents aren't there, when you need care, when you basically have a desire that your parents need to take care of when you're still in your baby phase, you will need them much more, but you've also you will need them much more. But that also means that your mother, that didn't care so much for you, is more of the avoidance type. Therefore, you are more attracted to the avoidant one. Because, well, your mother is also kind of the role model for the girl you will choose. Because what's kind of weird is that your mother will actually be the role model for the girl that you will choose. Because your mother has these certain attributes and you will search for these attributes in the girl you're going to choose because it's familiarity, right? Your psyche wants things that it already knows. Therefore, it chooses these attributes. If you had this super amazing childhood where your parents basically were loving to you, they wouldn't push your feelings away. They were always there for you and loving towards you when you had the desire to be taken care of. Then you will develop the secure attachment style. That means it's not a lot of people, and the secure people, they will get into relationships more easily because they don't have these toxic dynamics that I've told you about going on. Toxic relationships happen pretty damn easily, especially with the girls in the modern day. It's like we are not supposed to call them broken, but lots of them are. Lots of them are not supposed to get into a relationship because they want something going on with Henry, but they also text Max. And they've also kissed recently with Tyrone. It's like all of these things don't add up, right? If you want a secure relationship, you will also want a secure girl. And how do you get the secure girl? With the concept I've told you earlier about, also be a secure person. It's not easy to get there, so you'll basically need to psychoanalyze yourself. Meaning that if you know you're anxious, there's a great book on this. It's called Attachment. I can actually get it. So there's these great books. One of them is called Attached, from Dr. Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. And for my German friends over here, Trauma und Beziehung. This is also a great book if you want to learn more about the dynamics. You can read these books and you will basically understand most of what's going on in other people and your own relationships. In these books, it says the most important step to healing is basically acknowledging that you are broken, that you're not the person you want to be at the secure attachment style. And then if you're anxious, you want to lower your mentality to a point where you actually believe in good in other people and they will not cheat on you, that they actually are secure to you. And basically, you have this overstimulated nervous system that when something goes wrong, it will escalate in your head, in your brain. So the avoidant attachment style is basically the opposite. You don't want people to get too close because they could hurt you if they saw the real you. Remember when I said that when the parents scream at you for crying, that then you will get more distance to your own emotions. You'll basically hide them because you don't want your parents to see your own emotions. Meaning that you will have to let people close and also believe these people are actually safe, they don't want to hurt me. If you find a girlfriend that shows a lot of red flags and you're anxious, you will for some weird reason stick towards her more because she validates you. Sometimes. Now this quickly escalates into a toxic relationship because you're chasing the validation, but she's also a bitch. And you don't want to be in a relationship with a bitch. Basically, your logic says that. Your logic says that she's not good for you, but your heart, your feelings will convince you that you actually need her. This will get dangerous. I've had this one friend which was in a relationship with a girl, but this girl was deeply toxic, talking to multiple guys at once. He didn't see the red flags and stayed with her. I don't know how many nights he spent crying in his own bed alone because this girl has done something that actually hurt him deeply. If you're in a relationship like that, now I like to think of it as you either tell the person that they're doing things wrong, and if they actually change things, okay. Don't let yourself be manipulated, that can easily happen, right? But if you actually have faith that the person can change and is like supportive of you working on a relationship, then it might work. It will still get difficult, but it might work. But 98% of the times, this girl is actually beyond broken. Like, you can't pull her back, you can't save her. It's like, let her go to just be run over by some other guy and then be unhappy forever. You don't need to save her. Even though you might have the savior instinct, it's not you. Trust me with this. You don't want to spend too long on girls that you can't save. Do not tolerate any red flags. Like, if you be the guy, be the strong masculine guy that actually says no to any girl that has some of the negative attributes that you don't like. She goes partying, sees other guys. That's like a big no. She still texts other guys and flirts with them. No. She does not give you the level of respect that a king needs by his queen. Get a different queen. Or stay alone, build your kingdom in that time. You don't want to get some parasite into your life that will sap your energy because you're constantly thinking about her. Just to then waste your time not finding your actual wife. So basically the steps on how to find a good woman is first go onto a secure attachment style, work on that. After that, try around with some girls you actually like. But if you see red flags, like even if you just over here, yeah, we're going to party soon. No, not if you don't want these things. Like, if you tolerate them going to parties, okay, you might get your heart broken pretty easily because parties are there for sexual entertainment. It's just an environment where people cold approach each other, right? And drink a bit together and then cuddle up, even though they're both in a relationship. Like, what the fuck? Our generation has a lot to deal with, especially with the internet thing, especially with the casual dating. You decide for yourself what kind of body count you want. If you also want a girl that never has had a partner before. But then also hold yourself accountable to that standard. And try the hardest for your relationship for her to try the hardest too. So in this video, you've learned the concept of equals. You've learned about your childhood trauma and how to deal with it. You've also learned about toxic relationships. And lastly, you've heard me rant on about parties and red flags. I'd suggest you get onto red flag, no tolerance. With that being said, I hope this video has helped you. And I hope you can find a nice girl in the future. Share this video with a friend who needs it. And lastly, get up and get to work.